What's going on, guys? Corrupt here. Today I got some squad rush for you. Noshahr Canals meshed up. We're going to have attack and defense in the same vid. Kind of like simple do's and don'ts, common sense tactics you could say. Like, don't do what I'm doing here. One of my first squad rush games ever, and I'm in the back of the spawn trying to be clever and catch them coming off these rocks. And the area is so big, there's so many flanking routes for only 4 people to cover. They sneak through, of course. And at the time, it's just 3 of us, and one guy hadn't even spawned in yet, so I wasn't even thinking. This is a split squad party chat situation. It's me and Johnny B on one side, Wretched, Fets, and Mooch on the other. It becomes a pain with communications, but you know, whatever. They're still keeping it competitive. There you saw me pick up Johnny B before I even attempted to go anywhere near the MCOM. The timers for these things are so long, you can do that. The reason why I did it is simply because I wanted another gun, another set of eyes, and it just makes more sense from a tactical standpoint to have more people in the area before you even try to disarm it. And we do disarm it, they actually sneak back in and arm it again. But like I said, the timers on these things, it's easy 15 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds disarm and arm on either side, and the countdown timer is probably got to be over 30 seconds. So you have plenty of time if you get your squad wiped to get back to the objective and try again. And that's another key point. If you're attacking, you need to make sure you get a squad wipe. We'll talk about that later on the attacking video. But squad wipe is key. And if you are defending and you're the last person alive, don't go Rambo. You need to go find a corner to hide in so your team can spawn off of you. Another point I want to make, if there's 4 people and there's 2 down and like 2 getting ready to spawn back in, don't spawn back in on the same person. You need to spread out your team, maximize your chances of success, because there's a good chance that maybe one guy's already been spotted and they're bearing down on him. Unless the bomb is already armed and you guys are desperate, I would recommend spreading out as much as possible. Spawns, go from there tactics wise if you're communicating, but definitely don't just pile on one guy. It's easy to get wiped that way, and that's really, we'll talk about that again like I said later, but squad wipe is pretty much the key in this game. As you see there, this game type is fast paced. I really do like it. It is hard to play without a full squad. Situation we were having, this map is not really conducive to going past the MCOM and attacking them, because they have so much cover, rock, terrain, whatever you want to call it. They can sneak past you. Now, really the ideal thing is let them come to you, knock them back to wipe them, and press forward and defend from in front of the MCOM with maybe claymores or C4 trap guarding it. Now, C4 traps are debatable how you think that is sportsmanlike or not. And the basics thing is, like Fets said in his video, you run a 320 if you're attacking on assault, just to clear out the things like that, C4 and claymores, because they are kind of prevalent in this game type. It's something you need to be aware of. You just don't want to rush in anywhere, because your life is honestly too valuable. 20 tickets, everybody's die 5 times, and you don't want to be burdening your team by doing that any more than you have to. On attacking. Defense, same principle. Your life is very valuable. You don't want to go getting wiped or be the reason your team is wiped. You want to be falling back if you're the last one. You need to be a key spawn point. Spawn points are key to winning. And that's basically like that in any game mode. But think about rush amplified by 4 times, we'll say. You cut down on the people, you cut down on the map size, and you make it more intense, and it really is fun. I want to say it's almost like a search and destroy in the other game franchise, which I shall not name because I don't want people's heads to explode. But here, attackers usually can get away with med train. I mean, that's simple. I thought I had a good flank here, but they're way back in their spawn on that one. But no, back to my point. I think attackers can get away with doing the assault train. You definitely want to be able to pick people up. save those tickets. Defense. Defenders really can rely on 2 medics, a support, and a recon. Recon is valuable for spawn point. Also, tugs, the motion sensor devices it has. If you're playing like an MLG style, or by those rules, usually the MAV is kind of a no-no. But the tugs is valuable, and it gives you good sort of point defense, another set of eyes, so you can be somewhere else defending or attacking, whatever the case may be. But definitely recommend that anybody who's playing on your team avoid engineer class. I mean, engineer class, maybe you like the medium range of the weapons, and that I can understand, but the other tools you have, or repair torch ain't really going to help you. The RPGs may be situational, but the situations you'll be in most likely can be handled by something else. There's not going to be too many packed hallways. You're rarely going to get like a double or triple kill on like an RPG. There's situations just really call for engineers. No vehicles to speak of. So its strong suits really aren't represented in this game type. Maybe on some of the bigger maps you can get a support player with a large magazine LMG to suppress a team and hold them down till you can actually get in there and finish them off on either side. But that would mostly be like a defensive kind of thing. Recon, I say recon earlier, I didn't say sniper. That's the reason why. There's no really place for a rifle for snipers in this game mode at all. Nobody's going to be, well, hopefully nobody's going to be dumb enough to be standing out in the open or standing in any kind of situation where you'll be able to kill them at long range. Just trying to go through the little checklist in my head about what kind of guns you should use. Like, alright, so if you're an assault class, everybody kind of favors the M16, M416, guns like that will do pretty well. Reason why, it's kind of like an average gun. Long range aren't going to be really necessary, but hip fire maybe. That's why you want to try to avoid G3. Well, I avoid G3, I'll put it that way, because I want to be able to hip fire up close if possible. The slow rate of fire of certain guns and a limited magazine capacity is not something I would favor. Now here's a good example of how a recon spawn beacon can save your game. They were getting ready to disarm us. I throw a grenade as I jump in, and boom, kill the guy defusing the bomb in midair with a grenade. Was that skill? No, maybe. Luck? Sure. But it goes to show you, every class has its tools that help you win. You just got to be able to use them the right way. Except the engineer class. Really, come on guys, you're better than that. You don't need RPGs. Alright guys, thanks for listening to me rant and ramble. As always, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment what kind of video you want to see next. I'm thinking I'm challenging some people to do things. Let me know. Peace.